Right, so the time has come to service my little Mazda 3. This is a service rig for me. I do all my call outs in this. So yeah, all the tools go on it. But yeah, it's hit 175,000 Ks, so it's due its 10,000 K service right now. Now I do all the servicing on it myself, except for the inspections. I send it off to a private mechanic to do the inspections. I have to do that this year because I didn't do it last year. But yeah, simple service today. It's just the oil and the filter. I did the cabin filter in it last time, and the air filter is due at 185,000. So not this service. Also, that's air filter. Yeah, it's air filter there. Sorry, but I will check it. I'll have a look and see what it looks like. But yeah, as I said, just oil and filter today. So very simple. All right, so we're under the car now. No, I just remembered. Happy Australia Day to all of our Australian viewers. I am doing this today, Friday, so if you're watching this on, probably Saturday when this comes out, wish you, yesterday, a Happy Australia Day. But yeah, we're just removing these two screws to remove this cover here. This cover's got our oil filter and our drain pan all in one. So yeah, really simple. Next thing we're going to do is take these clips off, now that we've got those screws out. I don't know why Mazda uses these clips, they're actually stupid. They're like little plastic clips that you just push straight in. But yeah, they got to come out so I can remove this. And I think that's all of them. Why is that one not coming out? Come on. Come on. Oh, there's always one. Right, there we go. And there is our oil filter and our drain plug. Beauty. Right, so we'll put this to the side. Right there would be preferable. So yeah, I don't know if you actually probably can't see it now. I'll get a better view for you. So yeah, right there is our drain bung, and right there is our oil filter. It's good to see that my oil filter and my drain bung are still on from when I last torqued them up. But we got a little bit of a leak from this sump, which is, I don't know how good that is. Probably pretty bad. Probably because of the bad washer in there. But I don't know, that's probably something to do next time I service it. It's not very much. And there was like absolutely nothing on that plate over there. I just had a look at it. But yeah, nothing off of our oil filter. Our oil filter is clean as a whistle, which is great. So yeah, the seal must have held up pretty good in that. But yeah, first thing we're going to do, obviously the car is hot. I've just driven it in, so well, I shouldn't say it's hot, it's warm. The sump is like warmish, I'd say around 40 degrees maybe, so not burning but pretty hot. So yeah, we'll drain that, then we'll take our filter off, lube the seal up with some oil, put a new one on, put our drain bug back in obviously, and then yeah, fill it up with oil. Start it up, run it for a bit, shut it off, check the oil again, see if we need to fill it up a little bit or drop it down, or we shouldn't have to drop it down if it's correct. But yeah, see if we need to put a bit more in it. If not, good as gold. Alright, let's get to it. Right, so we're all set up now that we can drain the oil out the pan. So yeah, it's just a 17mm socket. I was going to use my cordless ratchet, but I thought, maybe not. It's probably not a great idea to be using a good power tool to destroy a drain bung. So yeah, we'll just use manual force today. But yeah, drain bung out. I'm probably going to drop it. Bet you any money I'm going to drop this drain bung. Oh no, never mind. I was actually quick that time. Alright, I'll grab our rags and I'll wipe my hands. Well, that's draining. Clean our drain plug up. But yeah, that's draining good. Right, so we'll let that drain for a little longer. While it's draining, I think I might drop that oil filter off if I can. I don't know how easy that's going to be, because it's right up in here. Yep, thought so. I'm going to have to grab a strap wrench. Yep, I will meet you back here once I've got that strap. Alrighty, so in the time it took me to find the filter wrench and also find the torque spec for our drain bolt, it's finished draining the oil. So I've just put the drain bung back in, and what we will do is we'll get this torque wrench in here. I'm going to torque this drain bolt to 26 foot-pounds. The manual reckons 22 to 30 is adequate enough, so I thought I may as well just go in the middle of that, and we'll do 26. Because I was able to get it off easy enough, and I think I torqued it up last time to like 25 or 26. There we go. Triple click it just to be sure. But yeah, that's our drain bung torqued up to spec. You know, they always say, never trust a man who doesn't click his torque wrench twice. So that's why we've clicked it a couple of times, just to be sure. Now, we'll pull this oil filter off. Torque that up. I'll loosen it off. Oh no, it's tightening. Oh, you stupid idiot. What am I doing? It's times like these that you need a, what's that ad? Times like these that you need a, I don't know, something. Some ad for some food on TV. But that's the way we want to go. And the oil filter is actually coming loose, which is beautiful. So, just now that we've got it loose, we'll move our drain pan back under here, so we don't, you know, put ourselves a little accident, which it looks like we already are. There we go. That's all. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, we'll just let that drain out. Ah, shit. Okay, that's our oil filter, and now I've got a dirty hand. But that's alright. Day in the life of a mechanic. Radio. It's easy enough cleaned up, so clean my hands and we'll put the new filter on. Before I have that new filter put on though, just double check that our O-ring has come with it, which fortunately for us it has. So now what we got to do, I like to do, is just get a rag and wipe around the top of the filter, or the filter media, so it's nice and clean for when we go to put everything back on. Yeah. But yeah, that's nice and clean now. So what we do, got our new filter here, it's a Ryco Z926. So I'll open it up, or unbox it I should say. Pull it out and have a squiz at it. She's a small one, she's a nice mini one, but yeah, I'll size it up, make sure it looks about the same, so that's beautiful. Pull out, there's a little plastic cover on it. Yeah. I've always been told you should never stab the plastic in the top, always go from the outside and unravel it like that, so it all comes out in one piece. Been told that because some people will get plastic inside these, and that's no good. So yeah, next thing we do, another thing a lot of people forget to do is put oil around this seal. You should never put an O-ring on dry, so we just get some old engine oil on our finger. All we do is just put it on the seal and run it around, just enough so that it will lubricate the seal, so it's not going on dry. There we go, that should be well good. Now that we've lubed our seal, all we need to do is just check our filter, make sure there's no debris in it, which there isn't. So we just put it up there, and then set it on. Now, what does this one recommend? I should probably check that. Every filter is different for what it recommends for tightening. So I'll just double check. Important. Per family, yep, we've done that. Tighten minimum 3/4 turns after gasket contacts mounting pad. Fill crankcase, start engine, check for oil leaks, and retighten if necessary. Beauty, we'll do that now. So 3/4 of a turn once it's seated, which will be there. Okay, so we're going to come around it's about 1/4, that's 1/2, that's 3/4 there, or round about 3/4. Yep, that will do fine. So we'll leave that how it is. Obviously now all we got to do is fill it up with oil, which is a pretty easy job. So we've torqued our drain bung, it's got a new filter, drained all the old oil out of it. So yeah, just put our new oil in it now, I guess, and we'll check for leaks. Rightio, going into the motor now is some Penrite full synthetic 5W30, as recommended by the Mazda manual. The 2 litre takes 5W30 or SAE 5W30, but this conforms to SAE, so we're going to use this anyway. It's got a nice little pouring spout too, which is what I wanted. I had to bloody move the whole shelf pretty much to get one that actually had a pouring spout. It must be getting nicked by everyone, but yeah, no. It did have Gulf Western in it before, and that went pretty alright. As did the filter. It's got a different filter, so I'll try a different filter and a different oil this time, because obviously we've got that Ryco 926 in it, which is obviously a different brand of filter to the Cooper, which come from Autobarn. That one come from Repco, but this one come from Autobarn. So we'll see how they change over the 10,000 Ks. So yeah, we've got Penrite and Ryco, and Gulf Western and Cooper. And the Gulf Western stuff actually looks pretty good when I took it out. So we'll give this stuff a go and see how it fends over another 10,000 Ks. So just to make my life a bit easier, I'm going to rip this top cover off. Pretty simple. They're just held in by little plastic clips. As you can see, they just held in by that. And that will give us full access to the top of the engine, which is not too bad. It's pretty clean. Just clean off our dipstick. I might get the brake cleaner out and I'll clean over the top of that, so we're not risking getting any dirt or crap into the motor. Rightio, so around our cover now is pretty clean. Here's our oil filler. Look inside. Can't really see much, but yeah, it doesn't look super dirty, so that's all right. But yeah, we have got the brake cleaner. We've cleaned all of our dipstick and our filler cap off, as well as around the filler cap, so we don't get any crap into the motor. So I'll set the camera down and we'll start filling it up with oil. Rightio, so we've got the cap off now. The manual says the engine and filter combined take the engine and filter, take 4.2 litres combined. So we'll pour it in. This is a 6 litre bottle, and we'll pour it in until the level gets to around 2 litres. Check that now. That's got about 100 mils to go. So I reckon what I'll do now is I'll check this dipstick and see where the level is on the dipstick itself. So yeah, wipe it off and set it back in. Let it sit for a little bit, make sure that the O-ring is seated so we don't get a bad reading. And then now we check it. It's just about full. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to do it on a leather surface. But yeah, it is just about full, which is good. So we'll put that extra 300 mils in, because that's all it needs. It just needs another 300 mils. And we'll start it up and we'll check the oil after that. That way then we would have put exactly 4.2 litres in it. Fine. Check that oil level. A little bit higher than it should be. But it still needs to go through the filter. So we'll just clean it off. Put it in. Beauty. I reckon that'll be fine. So what I'll do, put our cap on. There we go. I'll clean around there with the brake cleaner. Then I'll wipe that off the rag. It's fast drying brake cleaner anyway, so it should dry all that crap up pretty well. So, put that off, make sure all our wiring harnesses are good. Alright, now what I'll do is we'll start it up. Once I've started it up, what I'll do is I'll let it run for 5 minutes. We'll back it off these blocks I've got it on, so it's sitting kind of level. And we'll recheck the oil after that. Okay, so I've got my skinny ass back under this sump here. I've run it for about 5 minutes now. That's what the manual recommends. And as of yet, it's really only dust around here. But as of yet, there's like no leaks, which is absolutely excellent. I can't tighten this oil filter up anymore, so it's just gonna have to stay how it is. But other than that, we can now put this stupid little cover plate on, or whatever Mazda calls it, like an aero guard, I think. I don't know what the point of it is. Just it's not really gonna protect your sump real well if you hit a rock or something. It's probably just going to cave in and your sump's probably just going to get bashed up. But yeah, put it back on, screw it in so it doesn't fall down on me head. These Mazda clips are actual arse, as I said. But yeah, once you push them in, or once you seat them I should say, you just push this little button up and it clicks into place and it's just like locked in. Alright, it's magic. I'll get the other one, we'll do the same. It goes up here. So yeah, just push it in till it seats, and then click. That's all you need to do. So yeah, simple, but they're not very reliable. I've had a lot of them break on me on this car, so yeah. Now all you got to do is just do these. The proper bolts, we'll do them up. There we go. Perfect. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, no, it's done. All we have to do is you would have seen my very reliable jack stands here. We have to get it off them, so just roll the car back. Just so you know, the car is actually chocked at the back wheels, so it, as well as being in gear and with the handbrake fully applied, so the car is not going to go anywhere. But yeah, just for safekeeping, I have chocked the wheels. But yeah, because I don't have a lift, these little makeshift jack stands I'm going to have to do. But yeah, they're done well. So yeah, all we got to do now, as I said, roll it off the jack stands. And I'll run it for a bit longer and then I'll recheck the oil when it's on felt level ground. Right, yeah, so we're sitting here in the car at the moment. And you'll see there's a little wrench symbol on the dash. Now when your Mazda is due a service, it will usually pop up about 1,000 k's before it's due. When your car is actually due a service, if you go to your home screen on your, this is like your infotainment system, I think they call it. If you go all the way to applications, click on that. There's a maintenance portion. If you click on that, there's a scheduled servicing and also your tyre rotation and then the oil change. So we've done the oil change obviously today, so what we'll do is we click on into that, then just press reset. There you go, and that sets it to 10,000 kilometers. Now I believe you can change it, but for me I usually just change it every 10,000. So now you can see our little wrench symbol down here is now gone. So go back out of that, back to our home screen, and we're all done. Righty, so before we fully finish up now, last thing we've got to do, obviously, now we've got the car on flat ground, is check our oil. Now with any engine dipstick, whenever you check it, what I recommend, get yourself a rag. Always, whether it's been running or not, always clean the dipstick off so it's a clean slate. So when you put it back in the tube, I like to leave it for a couple of seconds and pull it out again. Now when we check it, we see that our oil level is perfect. So I'll put that back in. That, my friends, is how you service a Mazda 2 litre in a Mazda 3 BM. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.